Here is the 3/4 inch water pressure reducing valve. It's our replacement from Watts. You can find this at Lowe's. This was a stock item. When you open the box up at the store, you want to make sure that you have your instructions, although you may not need them after watching this video. Here's our replacement. It has a spot for a union fitting, but also ID threads for female ID threads for just threading onto a pipe, as you'll see. And then it comes with a new union fitting. But while you're at the store, it's important to check and make sure that you have this O-ring right here. This O-ring. That black piece right there. If you don't have that black piece, you're gonna have leaks. Anyways, hoping that for my application this will be a direct replacement. Also make sure that you have a good set of channel locks. I picked these up at Lowe's for about 12 bucks. They're cobalt tools, so they're good for life, hopefully. Anyways, we'll see about that. Anyways, more to come. So here we are, the water pressure regulator. Go ahead and see if we can replace this thing. First, you want to turn off your water. This is the water heater supply. Just trace your hoses and see where they go. I'm going to go outside and open the spigot now. Let all the water drain out of the house. That drain for a minute. Be careful to hold on to your pipes up top while you're twisting down here so the torque doesn't come up here and shear off one of your connections. I'm in a crawl space, so it doesn't matter as much. Of course, you can get some humidity in here, and if it doesn't dry out, you have molding issues, but I have a dehumidifier down here, so I'm not worried about it. It is dirt below this, so whatever drains out, drains out. More water in a house than you think. Starting to slow down a little bit. You want to make sure that you crack open your cold water line when this is bleeding out so that you don't get a vacuum block going on. Alright, there we go. Okay. So now this is free and able to be twisted. I'm going to go ahead and take the pressure regulator off now. Now if it twists on the top pipe right here, you're going to want to hold on to these flats. But in this case, we can just, this one has got some fresh pipe tape on it, so did not have any issues. So we'll go ahead and drop it down. Alright. There's the old one, is out now. Make sure you pull any debris off of here that's going on. Go ahead and strip back your old pipe tape if there's any on there. I have a rag with me. I should have brought one. Who knows how old this old pressure regulator was. It was not regulating pressure the way it ought to be. So I had to go ahead and replace it. This is probably not ideal, but I don't have a knife or anything on me, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and get these threads cleaned out. There we go. There we go. Come on now. You want to make sure your union fitting surface is good for your gasket. If there's any corrosion or debris on top, you want to go ahead and take an emery cloth or Scotch-Brite pad like I'm using and clean it off. When we come back, I recommend flushing it through your spigot if you have a spigot. I have a spigot on my house right in front of this. So when I go to run the water, I'll purge the system at my spigot first to make sure any debris is cleared. Alright, now it's time for the new unit. I'm going to go ahead and just use the union fitting that's already on there, although this kit does come with a new one. I'm trying to replace as little as possible here, but you want to make sure that that O-ring that is included with the kit installed, the O-ring right here, this black piece. I'm going to go ahead and take it off for now, but we will be installing it shortly. I just don't want it to drop on the ground and get dirt and debris on it. Now I'm going to go ahead, there's ID threads here that will thread up onto this male piece right here. I'll make sure you get this thing pretty snug, because once we get that where it needs to be, any
any leakage, we'll have to undo the bottom fitting to adjust the top fitting, because this is the second one to get torqued. There is no flats on this unit. I guess you could grab on the body right there to tighten it, which I might do. Again, I'm going to hold the top one at this point, just to be sure that we do not twist any fittings off here. Not what I'm trying to do today. Alright, I'm going to call that good. Maybe over tightened. I'm not a plumber. We can do here. Hopefully we can get it off relatively quickly. There we go. Wasn't anticipating this, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and replace this piece. We've got a new one anyways, so comes with the kit. I'm guessing that maybe this one didn't, the threads weren't the same for some reason. At any rate, you want to go ahead and clean this off since we've got access to it. Again, take off the pipe tape that's old. You want that new pipe tape to be in there. Old pipe tape, more than likely, will not seal for you. You can try, but never had a good experience with it. So make sure before you install this fitting, you slip your ring on here, because after this piece goes back on here, there's no getting this piece on. We'll go ahead and go. Got our new piece. This one actually has flats on it, so if you have access to an adjustable wrench, it may be a better option for this. Don't forget your O-ring. Of course, the O-ring. Make sure it's clean. Any debris that gets on that O-ring, they get in that seal and affect the mating surfaces. So, alright. Go ahead. Same song and dance here, hopefully. There we go. Yeah. So, now, the O-ring, I don't think they have a torque specified, but the channel locks, and go ahead and open it up a little bit. It's not good. I think we're tight enough at that. I guess. I don't know if it's flexing in the pipe or what. Well, it's about as tight as I'll give it another go. The full pressure on. All right. Let's give it a minute. Do have the faucet on right now in the kitchen, so this isn't the max static pressure it will see. Of course, cycling will cause peaks and valleys. Make sure we don't have any leaks. So clockwise, inward is increasing. Let's take a look at this thing. Alright, so we got a lock nut here. Get my wrench out. Loosen that up. It's really lightly tightened, so I'm going to go inward with it. Let's go full turn here. See what that gets us. It's a lot of crawling in and out to do this, so try and get it right in a couple tries. It's a real pain. I mean a real pain. The rating that we wanted of around 70. So go ahead and head back out.